All right, so some basic body weight strength. No equipment's going to be needed. I'm going to be using a bench towards the end, but a chair works totally fine on this. This will be follow along. I'm going to give you the reps, and we're going to do 2 movements at a time. So we'll superset 2 movements. We'll do a movement and then go to another one, and then back to the first one, back to the other one. Then we'll move on to 2 new movements. All right, so let's get to it. We'll start with some tib raises. All you need here is a wall. The farther out your feet are, the more difficult it is. The closer your feet are, the easier it's going to be. Shoulders stay off the wall, or back stays off the wall. Pick your toes up as high as you can. We're going to shoot for 25 reps. As you're doing these, if you fatigue way too much and you just can't get a big range of motion anymore, your toes aren't coming as high as you want them to, then all you have to do is just walk yourself in a little bit and continue your set. I think I'm at about 10, so I'm going to get 15 more. And this is very basic body weight strength stuff that's really just going to prep us for our actual sessions together. So basically getting our ankles, getting our lower body, our shoulders going. So when we do actually start training with some outside loads, we're a little bit better prepared. I think I have 5 more. Oh yeah, and legs stay straight the entire time if I didn't say. And 5, good. All right, so from here, we're gonna turn around, same wall. We're gonna go pretty long, get a nice angle, push your heels down to the ground so you get a small stretch across your calves, and then drive yourself up, keeping your legs nice and straight. Heels come up nice and high, and drive those heels all the way back down to the ground. Again, maybe finding a small stretch, maybe not, just depending upon your mobility across your ankles and your calves. We're going 25 here. I got 10 more. Beautiful. Back to the tib raises one more time. Again, try and start in a challenging position and then work your way in as needed. Legs stay straight. My back and shoulders are off the wall. Pick your toes up as high as you can. 25 again. Should get fairly spicy. Right across the front of the shin. That's what we're going for. I got about 10 more. I'm gonna walk it in. And 3, 2, 1. Golly. Yeah, that gets spicy. We're gonna go back to the calf raise. We're gonna change it up just a tad. We're gonna do a bent knee calf raise. It's a similar idea. Our angle's not gonna be as extreme. We're gonna bend our knees, maintain this angle across the knee, and then from there, everything moves together. So as I do raise my heels up, I'm trying not to straighten up my leg as I do that. I want my knee angle to be the same at the top as it is at the bottom. 25 reps. I'm trying to peek out nice and high on the toes. Heels come all the way back down and drive back up. I believe I have about 10 more. And 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. First superset is done. Let's move on. So next we're going to go ATG split squat. I'll show you what we're going for on this, and this is going to be one of the more challenging, I mean, really the most challenging iteration on this. I got a nice long stance. You'll feel your stance out as you get into this, but basically what I want is I want to keep my foot rooted. If your heel comes up a little bit, not the end of the world, but try and keep it rooted so we can stress the ankle a little bit more. I'm going to drive forward, get some nice coverage of my hamstring on top of my calf, my back leg. I'm fighting to keep it straight. Mine could be straighter. I'm a little tight, but this isn't bad. Drive myself back up. That's very challenging. So we like to start in something a little less challenging by elevating, and this is where your chair comes into play. So if you elevate your foot, it's a little easier to drive yourself into this position and maintain way better positions. I'm nice and upright in my upper body. I have that good coverage of my hamstring on top of my calf, and my back leg is almost straight. So that's pretty solid. So you can also, once you set up your chair, find something for stability. So I have this rack right here. It could be a wall, it could be another chair, but just something to hang on to so this isn't too much of a balance movement. I want to stress range of motion and get a little pump across my quad. The quad pump will become more intense as you go lower and lower. This bench is about 1.5 feet. So if we bring it down to a foot and then just 6 inches and then the ground, we've progressed in this movement dramatically. But for today, find something to elevate your front foot on. We'll go 10 reps, getting nice and deep, hanging out in that bottom position for just 1 or 2 seconds, really own the position, and then drive out. We're going 10 on each side. When I do my other leg, I'll change the angle so you can see just from a different angle what the movement looks like. These may not be super tough, but reality is we want to own this movement and own these positions before we make them too challenging, because this movement can fall apart very, very quickly. Let's get 2 more. Last one right here. Good. Let's hit the other side. So I'm going to change my angle just so you can see when I am driving forward with this knee, that knee is really driving towards the center of my foot, not caving in. Out is cool because it's going to mimic your squat pattern, but basically straight ahead or slightly out. I just don't want it caving in. That's no good. All right. You'll lose your balance just like I did. All right. So from here, let's get our 10. I got 3 more, working on positions the entire time. This will be applicable to our actual workouts when we're squatting and doing things for higher volume. Always want to focus on ideally the best technique we can achieve and the best positions possible. I think I've done a little more than 10. We'll call this number 10 right there. So along with our split squat, we're going to be doing some prone position wise. So I'm going to push my toes into the ground. I don't need to lift them up or do anything with my hips, my lower body. I just want my upper body kind of playing a role in this. So I'm going to squeeze my butt and push my toes down. From here, I'm going to go forehead on the ground. I'm going to lift my arms up nice and straight as high as I can, hold for 5 seconds, then come back down. So what it's going to look like is that'll be 1 rep. We're going to go 6 reps. All right. And let's go thumbs up for these today. Forehead down, elbows are nice and straight. Let's do it. We're going to do 6 reps. I'm going to count these out so we can go as a group on this. Forehead down, get yourself ready. Rep number 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. 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 Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. I apologize on the counting on the Ys. It's a little muffled. The audio is kind of funky on that, but you kind of get the point of what we're going for there. And for this set of split squats, I'm going to do the more challenging variations, so no riser for me. Stay on your riser or go to a slightly smaller one, but don't go all the way to the ground. But same idea. We'll go 10 reps. We're going to keep your back leg nice and straight. Stay upright in your upper body. Get deep. Stable foot position. Drive yourself back up. And always have something for support, at least initially, that you can grab onto. Again, so we're not focusing too much on balance right now. We can just focus on this range of motion and really owning this range of motion. Seven, 8, 9, last one, 10. Let's hit the other side, so change up your stance. And let's do it. 10 again. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Back to those prone Ys. All right, so here we go. On your stomach. Elbows stay nice and straight. You're always reaching up overhead as far as you can, trying to get your fingertips towards the opposite wall. Butt cheeks are nice and tight. Push your toes into the ground. 6 reps, 5-second hold. Rep number 1, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down. 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 Last one. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. All right. Next 2 movements, we're going to go horse stance. All right, so horse stance, we're going to go wide stance. Our toes are going to be out, and we're working to push our knees so they track our toes. So if my toes are way out like this, my goal is as I squat down is I want to push those knees out so they match the angle of my toes. I don't want my knees caving in as my toes are pointed out. So first off is just finding that position. Wide stance, toes pointed opposite directions or as close as you can get. If it's only right here, that's fine. But try and get those toes pointed in opposite directions. Your shins will remain somewhat vertical, so nice and tall shins. We're going to sink down, and as you sink down, kick those knees out hard. Throw your arms out front to counterbalance, and we're hanging out for 30 seconds. I got you on a timer. As you're doing this, some things to think about are balance across your foot. Feel your feet, and try and balance yourself as much as possible. You're going to want to be all over the place. Feel your knee position. Turn on your glutes, so turn on your butt cheeks to kick those knees out hard. We have 15 seconds. And then sink deeper if you can, but your goal is to maintain position. So if I go deeper and everything falls apart, that's no good. 10. 3, 2, 1. You can squat out of it. Take a breather, pause the video if you need to. We're gonna go into a single leg pike leg raise. So our goal here, my feet will be together. I'm gonna put my hands around my knees, and all we're gonna do is pick up 1 foot and hold it. 1 foot and hold it. This may not be too bad. You're gonna hold for 10 more seconds. Three, 2, 1, other foot. So you may feel this across your quads, your abs, you may feel this across your quads. Both are fine. We're just, again, prepping for our actual workouts here. 5 seconds. Good, relax. So we're gonna do it one more time. You can go back to the single leg if you want to. If that's challenging enough, that's totally fine. If you want to push yourself, you can, or if you feel like that was way too easy, we're gonna go both feet at the same time. So as I start this next one, we're gonna go 20 seconds And that's gonna be 20 seconds, both feet together. Obviously rest if you need to, or 10 seconds and then switch legs, go 10 seconds. So choose the variation that you want. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Both feet up or 1 foot up. I'll tell you the 10-second mark to switch your feet if you want to go single leg. Switch. Three, 2, 1. Time. Beautiful. Again, take a breather, pause the video if you need to. We're gonna go back to our horse stance. Nice and wide stance, toes are pointed out. Make sure those knees track the toes. We'll sink down for 30 seconds. So when you're ready, knees out hard, balance foot, arms out front to counterbalance, work to stay tall. 20 seconds from here. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Squat out of it. And we'll go back to our pike position leg raise. You can go single leg or you can go double leg. We'll do 1 set. We'll go 30 seconds. So if you want to hang on for 30 seconds, both of you at the same time, I'm going to try that. That's going to be pretty challenging. Or I'll tell you at the 15-second mark so you can do one leg and then the other leg. 30 seconds, starting in 5, 2, 1. Let's go. So either both feet up or 1 foot up. Hands are about in line with the knees. There's ways to make this way more difficult, but we're starting in a pretty mellow position. And if you're doing single leg, you're gonna switch right now. Switch. 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Time. Whew. All right, we have 2 more movements that we're gonna superset, and then we're all done. All right, so we're gonna finish off with some air squats and some push-up variations. We'll go squat, push-up, squat, push-up. So the goal here on the air squats, it's kind of nice that we did on purpose, the ATG split squat, the ankle stuff, and the horse stance, because now our squat's gonna feel nice and open. So we did some squatting stuff for our mobility, the Saigon squat where you hang on to something. If that helps you achieve a better position, i.e. this one, if that helps you achieve a better position, by all means, hang on to something. All I care about is your positions on your squats, at least initially, and then we'll kind of move on and grow from there. But squat stance, about shoulder width, toes pointed slightly out. Knees are gonna track your toes. So my toes are pointed slightly out, so my knees are gonna follow suit. We're squatting deep. Control the descent. Those are just a couple demos. Let's do 1 set of 20 reps. All right, focusing on good positions, working to stay upright. I'll change my angle throughout the set so you guys can see positions from all different angles. Well, let's start our set of 20. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hands out front to counterbalance. That helps you stay a little bit more upright. I'm at 10. My weight distribution of my feet, I'm looking for a balanced position. Not too far back towards the heels, not up on the toes. There are variations that play with weight distribution in your feet and kind of changing that up a little bit, but right now we're just doing a standard air squat. I got 3 more. All right, we'll move on to push-ups. All right, so before we start our push-up set, you guys, the variations we can play with on this will be standard push-up. Standard push-ups are not easy. We should be moving as one unit, not breaking across our low back and our hips. We should be nice and stable throughout the entire push-up. Again, like I said, straight line from heels up to the shoulders, moving as one unit, not a broken snaky unit. All right, snaking unit. So, standard push-up. Chest to the ground, back up. If you can bump up, if you can knock out 10 reps, feel free to do standard push-ups. We have an eccentric push-up. which is same setup, nice and tight. Go down, control the way down. Put your knees down, push up on your knees, pick your knees up. We have push up on the knees. And then there's tons more variations we can elevate and all that stuff. But again, I'm trying to keep minimal equipment and minimal outside things, outside implements within this little body weight workout. So those are the choices. One of those should work for you. Well, let's go ahead and knock out our 10 push-ups. I'm gonna do the heavy eccentric and then knee push-up. I'm gonna make that my choice. But normal push-ups, the eccentric to knee push-up, or just the knee push-up, will go 10 reps. We'll go back to our squats, one more set of squats, one more set of push-ups. Last set of air squats, we'll knock out 20 reps. Find your stance, find some balance across your feet, open your knees hard. We're going for 20. All right, I'm breathing fairly heavy. It's been a good workout. Final set of push-ups, standard push-ups. The heavy eccentrics are the heavy lowering phase to a knee push-up or just knee push-ups. Those are your choices. Let's go 10 reps again, and then we'll call it. Ten reps. Oh man. All right, go work on the strength, you guys.